Hey, yo, what's good, gaming players? It's your boy, Disney Sharpman, aka Sharp Blaze, back out here on this Madden 26 franchise mode, and we are back with some more Madden action. I get it. I totally understand. It's been a little minute since we last been on this Madden series. We took a very long break from Madden, but now we are back with some more Madden action. So, you guys remember that we are currently now in week 6 of the Madden 26 series. We are getting set for the kickoff game to week number 6. Thursday night prime time. We're going to be at MetLife Stadium. The New York Giants hosting the reigning champion Philadelphia Eagles. So first, we're gonna start with the Giants. They come in at 0-5 in desperate need of a win, and they're really gonna have to play their best game in front of that home faithful because the way that they've been playing in all 5 of their games, as you see the stats, their offense hasn't been putting up a bunch of points as we're used to seeing. But ever since they switched quarterbacks from Russell Wilson to Jackson Dart, the offense is starting to move the ball. They're starting to run the ball. They're starting to pass it. A lot of stuff has changed, but the main top thing is going to be that Giants defense because they haven't had a good season despite what the offense has done. So here's the schedule around the NFL if you guys don't know which team is facing who here in week 6. Some teams are coming off the bye, like the Chicago Bears, the Atlanta Falcons, the Green Bay Packers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, all coming off the bye. So they're looking to increase their records the way they are. But Chicago is currently one of those winless teams along with the Giants, Buccaneers, and Patriots. So things are really starting to get very intense with those teams that are winless right now that are still searching for their first wins. So yeah, be sure to keep your eye out for that. But if you haven't seen the previous 5 weeks, be sure to go check those games out. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out on the rest of the series as we continue forward because the more and more you watch each game, you'll see everything that has happened around the NFL this entire Madden series alone. But if you guys are ready for week number 6 of the Madden 26 series, let's go ahead and get right into the action as we head down to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. An NFC East Division showdown to kick off week 6. The Giants are in must need of a win against the reigning champion Eagles. Let's find out what happens as we kick off week 6. Let's go.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Clear across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight we kick off week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming.
Alright, so we are set for kickoff from MetLife Stadium. as the Giants are going to kick it off to the Eagles to start. So we'll see Jalen Hurts and that offense out onto the field first. Saquon Barkley against his former teammates. Let's see if they could get their 4th consecutive win, because they haven't lost since week 2. So let's see how things shape up. We're underway from MetLife Stadium, and week number 6 is officially underway. A nice return by Brian Hernandez as he gets this to the 38-yard line. And we get our first look at Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense.
Started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He didn't expect this year to be any different.
180.
First down from the 38-yard line.
Goes in motion left.
Here's the first carry. Saquon Barkley picks up a gain of 2. Now, Saquon Barkley had one of the highlights of the season. If you guys didn't see the Eagles' last game, be sure to go check it out. Saquon Barkley had one of the highlights of the game.
Between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Now
Hurts on the move, and he finds his receiver A.J. Brown for a 5-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shrink the playbook somewhat, is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else?
Here comes the blitz on 3rd down, and here's a throw over the middle. That one's dropped by Devontae Smith.
You go to them early and often. I'm quite sure that they envision a much better start to this game.
And Philly's going for it.
Failed on that 3rd down play.
They're going for this.
And they'll probably have to punt it away.
They're not going to punt it away, as Jalen Hurts is going to fire, and there's A.J. Brown. First down, Eagles to midfield.
Gets the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
First down from midfield. Here's Barkley. Oh, he almost landed on his head there. A gain of 7 there by Barkley.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily
Back to Barkley once more. And he's taken down inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Hurts, looking, scrambling, and he throws it away.
Field, so he'll throw it away. You talk about this Giant defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
From the gun, it's
Hurts feels the blitz, and that one's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Hurts hit as he throws again, and that one's incomplete. So the Giants defense, they get the stop defensively. And now here comes a field goal by Jake Elliott.
Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And the field goal is good. So the Eagles take a 3-0 lead.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes Robinson, bringing it up for New York. And then he's got a good return. And he's down at the 38-yard line. So we get our first look at the rookie, Jackson Dart. And the Giants offense.
The young man out of Ole Miss.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team.
Ever since the Giants switched quarterbacks, they've been a much better team offensively. And they're going to start it on the ground with Scatterboo. And what a performance he had the last time out. 140 yards rushing and a touchdown. Even though the Giants came up just short.
I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
But yes, like I said, when the Giants, when they decided to switch quarterback, they've been a much better unit with Jackson Dart at center. Here's Scatterboo again, and that one gets stopped behind right at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there by Keith Davis. Brings up third down.
One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Dart gonna look to throw here.
Dart throws on third down, and this one's incomplete. Intended for DeMarcus Crowder. So fourth down for the Giants.
Their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the Giants are going to go for it.
Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here's Dart.
Dart throws and opens. Ryan Griffin making the catch. And he's got a first down to the Eagles 45.
They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First down from the 45. Dart scrambling, throwing to the left, and that one's incomplete. Intended for Ryan Griffin.
Second down. The Giants at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in pretty desperate here for a win.
And think about this too, partner. We have not heard the dreaded vote of confidence yet from management. So when a team's 0-5, everyone starts wondering about their jobs. Will they still have one? That's coaches on down. They've got to find a way to throw that out of their minds and band together and play better football.
Second and 10. Here is Scatterboo. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Not much there, but it brings up third down.
You look at this Eagle defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can
Dart throws, and this one's incomplete. Intended for Ryan Griffin.
Excellent coverage,
and it brings up fourth down.
That was not an easy one to hold on to.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys
so here is Gillen to punt for the Giants. And this one's sent away, and Josh Carroll will make a fair catch. So the Eagles will take over.
Eagles offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So the Eagles take over at the 18. First down. Here's Barkley. Picks up a gain of 5.
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Back to Barkley. Pushing forward. He's got a first down to the 28.
Consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
First down from the 28. They're going to let Hernandez get a turn. And no gain that time. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game. Then reading, reacting, and
2nd and 10. Here's an outside run, and that one gets blown up with a penalty marker that flies. And this one goes against Philly.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They go play action.
2nd down. Hurts fires this one up top. Incomplete. Dallas Goedert, the intended receiver. Good defense there by DJ Jones, forcing the incompletion.
That's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Hurts has all day to throw. Throws a high pass, and this one's caught by C.J. Wright. And he's brought down at the 40, and it is enough for a first down.
3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route.
First down. Hernandez breaks 1 tackle. Picks up a gain of 5.
Really good completion.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now, if the Giants are going to have any shot of competing in this game, their defense has to come up big in these types of situations. They cannot allow the game to get away from them at any point in time.
They keep it on the ground.
And now they're going to run it with Saquon Barkley on 2nd and 5 and only gains a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll send the tight end.
3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Hurts feels the blitz, and he finds Brian Hernandez over the middle. And he's brought down at the Giants' 42.
The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did. On that
First down, Barkley. A pickup of 5 that time. 2nd down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too.
2nd and 5. They give to Hernandez. and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and that was third down.
There defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well.
Hurt, feeling the pressure, and he's going to be brought down. Kayvon Thibodeaux with the sack that time, and it brings up fourth down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On fourth down, punt coming from
Those are the types of things that the Giants defense needs. With the way that they've been playing this season, it has not been great.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way.
They know that their defense needs to play great in this one if they want to have a chance to at least pull off an upset.
These early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still
Because I don't think, because we have not seen an upset yet in this series, but the Giants, like I said, if they're going to have any shot, their defense is going to have to really step up against this Eagles team. Here's Scatterboo up the middle, and Scatterboo takes this to the 33-yard line. I have never seen a team's running game get much better after switching quarterbacks and switching running backs.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently.
Here's Scatterboo again. He broke one tackle, but the Eagles defense, they were all over it. A loss of 3.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw,
Dart throwing on the screen pass. Here's Scatterboo. And he's stopped immediately. A gain of only a yard. Third down.
Defensively, that screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw now,
Dart with good protection. Letting it go. It's a deep one. Incomplete. He tried to go to Malik Neighbors, but it brings up fourth down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So this one's sent away. Josh Carroll brings it up. So the Eagles will take over.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So first down for the Eagles. They start at the 28-yard line. They give it to Hernandez for a gain of about 5.
Nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Hurts off the play fake, and Hurts, he tried to take off, but he's brought down. Nick Lopez got there for a loss of a yard on the sack, and it brings up third down. That was a nice play defensively. So now Hurts throws on third down and connects with C.J. Wright for the first down to the 41-yard line.
Times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up, but I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really
first down, Hernandez with one move up the middle. He goes to the 42-yard line of the Giants. First down, Eagles.
17 yards and a first down for Philly.
But they're strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclassed the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise,
first down. They give it to Barkley this time. Oh, Barkley almost made another play, but he's got a first down inside the 30.
They're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
First down inside the 30.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Hurts looking out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Inside the 15. He slides at the 14. Another first down for Philly.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
First down. They give it to Barkley, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss.
2-yard loss that time.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again,
2nd and 12. They give to Barkley again,
they get to him quickly here as he's
and they get him down at the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's
A gain of 3.
8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And now it's 3rd and 9.
You have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times
Hurts
the reverse happens.
looking to throw with a penalty marker that flies. This one's complete by A.J. Brown, but I don't think he's going to like the result, as there's a penalty on Philadelphia for holding.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
3rd and 19. Here's another throw, and this one's caught as Wright goes into the end zone, but he's not going to like the result of it because a penalty flag is on the field. Wow, another holding on Philadelphia.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hurts. Good protection. Feeling the pressure, and he's going to go down.
He's taken down.
Nick Lopez gets the sack that time.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times.
So the Eagles are going to punt.
I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on
And
offense.
C.J. Miller makes fair catch. So back out comes the Giants.
Right now behind center. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going. Not only
First down as the Giants take over their next possession. Here is Scadaboo for a pickup of 3.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Dart over the middle, high pass, and that's intercepted by Fred Blankenship. Reed Blankenship comes up with it, and back the other way it goes to the Eagles.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that
I mean, you could just look at the replay. The pass was definitely high, intended for C.J. Miller.
So that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Following the interception,
So back out comes the Eagles offense. They're looking to take advantage of the takeaway. They're going to give it to Hernandez. Breaking through traffic. And he's down at the 3-yard line. Sets up 1st and goal, Philly.
Pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
1st and goal. The Eagles try a jet sweep, but that gets stuffed. And that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. The reigning champs with a 3-0 lead in prime time.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal.
All right, 2nd quarter action. The Eagles with a 3-0 advantage, but they do have 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Back to throw here.
Hurts scrambling out of the pocket, throws, and this one's dropped. Intended for the backup tight end, Bryant, and it's 3rd down.
A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hurts feels the blitz, and he's taken down. A loss of 5. And it's 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And now here comes Jake Elliott on for the field goal. This one's a cheap shot from 26, and he's got it. So the Eagles extend their lead to 6-0.
But the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, they took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After the field goal,
So now Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes Tracy Jr. And as he brings it up to the 23, here comes Jackson Dart again.
New York set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because
1st down. Here's Scattaboo, and he had nowhere to run there. That one was stopped before it even got started. A loss of 1.
not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Dart.
Dart, out of the gun, feels the pressure, and he just gets rid of it.
He chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Dart looks to throw on 3rd down, and that one's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I guess he was trying to avoid the pressure, because that Eagles defense is solid. I mean, they've been solid their past few games, despite them only having one loss on their column. So the Eagles offense takes over once more.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them.
First down. Here's a run by Hernandez. A gain of only a yard there to the 23.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Hurts on the move with a penalty marker down. Here's A.J. Brown making the catch, and he gets pushed out of bounds, but he's not going to like the result. A penalty against Philadelphia.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Hurts with great protection, letting it go, and here's C.J. Wright making the catch for about a gain of 17. Nice play right there by Philly.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and
Hurts over the middle, and nice throw and catch to C.J. Wright for the first down to the 37.
7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times.
First down, a handoff to Barkley.
And they pick up the first down.
A gain of 2.
Okereke making that tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball.
Hurts, good protection again. Here's A.J. Brown. But with another flag on the field, this one's most likely coming back. And this one's against Philly.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Off the play fake.
Play action fake. Hurts. He saw it, but he could not get rid of it.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Hurts letting this one go. Oh, and A.J. Brown almost made a spectacular catch, but he could not hold on to it, and it brings up 4th.
That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
So Braden Mann sends this one to the sky, and a fair catch made by Miller. So back out comes the Giants.
Possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
First down, and Scatterboo gets stopped immediately. No gain on that carry.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
Play action fake. Here's a throw complete to the tight end, Johnson, for a gain of only 2. maybe 3. But it's 3rd and 8 with a G-man.
Unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down.
Dart from the gun. Here comes the pressure by the Eagles, and that one's incomplete. Wesley Montgomery almost got there for a sack.
You even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So this one's sent away. And here comes Josh Carroll. Oh, and look at the cut by Carroll, and he's got space. And he takes this into Giant territory. Nice return there for Josh Carroll.
As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
So now the Eagles offense back out there. Already in enemy territory. Looking to take advantage. Here is Hernandez for a 2-yard pickup.
Stop short of the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 36, Hurts.
Hurts throws to the right. This one's complete by Dallas Goedert. But for a 2-yard gain.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
3rd and 6 and open. It's C.J. Wright. The throw from Jalen Hurts connects with C.J. Wright again for another 1st down to the 21-yard line.
When you talk about big moments in this game, but plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down. Here comes Barkley with a penalty marker flying.
With a penalty flag on the field.
Barkley is not going to like this result. A holding on Philadelphia.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back.
Hurts, feeling the heat, and that one's incomplete.
That one winds up incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts.
Hurts, 2nd and 19 throw. This one's caught. C.J. Wright, once again. He has been a tough man to stop in this 1st half. 92 yards receiving on the game.
Again, already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the 1st half.
So the Eagles got 1st and goal from the 5.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
1st and goal. They give it to Hernandez. But they're going to stop him right at the 5-yard line.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts.
Hurts throws, and he's got a man open. It's Hernandez. And he's going to be brought down at the 1-yard line.
Saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw.
3rd and goal.
Try to pick it up himself.
Hurts. And that one's going to be incomplete.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd.
The Giants knew what they was going to do, but now it's 4th. But now it's 4th and goal.
They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And they're not going to go for the field goal. They're going to go for it.
2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. and goal.
4th and goal. They're going to give to Barkley, and he fights his way in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
So the Eagles extend their lead here in this second quarter. And Jake Elliott splits the upright, but a penalty flag is out. So we're roughing the kicker against the Giants. So Jake Elliott will kick this one away. And this one will go into the back of the end zone.
For a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive.
And they're going to start on the ground with Scatterboo. Picks up a gain of 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
2nd and 8. Dart feels the pressure, and he's brought down. Jalen Carter gets the sack that time. He was faked off the play action, but he still managed to get to the quarterback. And it is not looking good for the Giants. They're already down 13. They got a 3rd and long after that sack.
On 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
And Dart looks again, and he is sacked again by Jalen Carter. And the penalty markers against the Giants.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
And it's 4th down again.
Really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one's going to be returned by Josh Harrell. He's down at the 37.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done.
So the Eagles offense take back over, up 13 points, 7:31 remaining in the first half.
They'll start out on the ground.
Here is Barkley, and he is met by 2 Giant defenders.
Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13 is a low pass complete to Dallas Goedert, who is taken down at the 48-yard line.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into
1st down. Here comes Barkley up the middle, and he's taken down to the 32-yard line. Another 1st down for the Eagles.
yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game,
First down. They give it to Hernandez this time.
this is going to take an 11-man
A gain of 6. That time by Hernandez.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Second and 4. They give to Hernandez to the outside, and he's inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 8.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
First and goal. Here's Hernandez.
They'll get this halfway home.
And he's going to be tackled at the 4-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles.
A gain of
in the first
4.
half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now
Hurts on the move, and he connects with Devontae Smith, who's going to be down right at the 1 with a penalty flag down, and this is not going to be good. A roughing the passer against Abdul Carter.
Sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent.
So
about
first
throwing
and goal
flag.
for the Eagles, right at the 1. They're going to give it to Hernandez, trying to jump forward, but he's going to be stopped.
At the 1. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Second and goal. They give it back to him. And they're going to stop him at the 2-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and goal. They give it back to Hernandez. And he's going to be stopped at the 1.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They're going on 4th down.
Hurts on 4th down, and Hurts is going to try to take off with it. But he's going to be stopped. And Abdul Carter with the touchdown saving tackle.
Now they're 2 for 3.
And the Eagles turn it over.
Capital on that one. You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that
confidence.
3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And now out come the Giants. See if they
So
can
the
put this drive
Giants
in the end zone, Charles,
defense
because
with a
it's
goal
been a
line
bit of a rough
stand
go at times. They've had
on
to
4th
punt the
down.
football
So now the Giants get set to take over. Here's a run by Scatterboo. He gets a big amount of yardage, but he's not going to like the result.
I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly,
A flag against the Giants pushes it back.
He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And here is Scatterboo. First down run, picks up 2.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing his dart.
Dart throws, and that's intercepted. Reed Blankenship with his 2nd interception of the night. And back the other way, it goes to Philly.
It will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
All right, so the Eagles take over after the defense gets their second interception of the game. And they're going to give it to Saquon Barkley, who is only going to gain 1. Or at least he actually lost a yard, actually.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Hurts looking and open is Devontae Smith, who walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
How about the Eagles on the road in hostile territory? They're not playing around with the Giants at this point. It's now 20-0 with 2:45 left in the first half.
Real estate in front of them and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown,
So now Elliott on to kick it away. And on the return, here comes Trace Jr. Tracy Jr. to the 27. And back out comes Jackson Dart.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
Dart throws and another interception. The third interception. Adoree Jackson with the interception, and it goes right back to the Eagles as they will take over. Are you serious?
Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
You can just definitely say that it has been a bad first half for the Giants.
Here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
So the Eagles offense right back out there. And now here comes Barkley running to the left after a gain of 8.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big
2nd and 2. They give to Hernandez, and he pushes forward for a 1st down to the 15.
75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And now we've reached the 2-minute mark. The 2-minute mark here in this first half. The Eagles with a 20-point lead, and they are eyeing for more as we close out this first half here in prime time. Another run by Hernandez. Up the middle he goes to the 5-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Burt sets up to throw it.
Hurts throws and open is Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His second touchdown of the game. They are rolling.
Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
The Philadelphia Eagles are rolling in this first half against the Giants. Already up 26-0.
Elliott on for the extra point.
Extra point here by Elliott. And this one is good. And it is now 27-0.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley.
So now here is Elliott to kick it away.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this one will hit in the zone and go into the end zone. So here comes the Giants.
To take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
Dart throws on first down. Here's Malik Neighbors making a catch. See, that's what the Giants need. They've been looking for those open receivers all first half. They finally get one, and now they got a first down at the 43.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Dart.
Dart looks, and he's going to go down. The Eagles defense does it again with a sack.
Like a 12-yard loss there on a first down sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their
So the Eagles are going to burn their first timeout.
things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Dart.
Dart throwing, and good defense by Keith Davis to bat it away. And now it's third down.
Your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
From the gun, Dart.
Dart hit as he throws, and that one's going to be incomplete with a penalty flag on the field. And this one is against the Giants.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt.
So the Giants are going to punt it away yet again. I mean, if you think about it, it hasn't been a good first half, that's for sure. I mean, Jackson Dart, he's been sacked 4 times. Well, really 3 times, but he's thrown 3 interceptions.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
First down. Here's a cut in by Barkley. Breaks 1 tackle. And it's down at the 26-yard line.
He continues to have success running the ball here in the first half, as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
It's like the Eagles offense just can't be stopped. Saquon Barkley, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. They give it to Barkley again, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They go play action with Hurts.
Hurts, off play action. Hurts, hit as he throws, and that one's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And Hurts, he fakes it, but he's going to be brought down.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So the Giants burn their first timeout, but at what cost? Because they're currently down 27-0, but it seems to me that they must want to get points before the first half ends. Because what they would least want to happen is to go into the half with no points.
To throw is
Dart, and that one's going to be incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
throwing. Dart.
2nd and 10. Dart lets it go. And it's intercepted again. The 4th interception thrown by Jackson Dart. And that will do it for the first half. The Eagles are currently rolling against the Giants 27-0.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2.
All right, so we're set for the third quarter. This is going to be the top question of the game. Do the Giants have some type of momentum that they can get on this first possession of the second half? Because it has not been a good first half. It has not been a good game at all. I mean, especially for the rookie quarterback. He has not had a good game. I mean, look at the passing percentage. 4 of 18.
Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly
first down, they're going to start on the ground with Scatterboo. Picks up a gain of 4.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football.
Dart trying to get out of dodge, but he will not. He's brought down. First guy there was Wesley Montgomery. A loss of 7 that time.
Easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Dart on 3rd down, and once again he gets hit as he throws, and it falls to the ground. 4th down.
One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his
So Jamie Gillen will punt for the Giants as they send the punter out yet again. So the Eagles will take over
And they'll get to this and touch
at
it.
the
Looks
15-yard
like right
line.
at the 15-yard line here. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football.
First down. Here's Barkley. He broke off a 1 tackle. That was good news, but the bad news, he loses 2. So 2nd and 12.
That's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts.
Here comes the blitz as Hurts finds Barkley, breaks off a tackle, and there goes Saquon. Saquon Barkley taking off. And inside the 40 he goes to the 39. How does that even happen? You think you have the tackle, but Saquon Barkley, of course he does what he does. He breaks off the tackle and then he's off and running. And the Eagles are back into Giant territory.
Might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And now here's Hernandez. A gain of 7 that time by Hernandez.
92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 2nd down and 3.
Good, set. 180, 180.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
2nd and 3. Here's a touch pass. Devontae Smith has it, but he's going to be stopped right away at the 32-yard line.
It's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
No touch, set. No touch.
3rd and 3. They're going to give to Barkley, and he gets stuck. Runs right into a wall.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate this.
And the Eagles are going for it.
But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Hurts lets it fly, and that's intercepted. Intended for A.J. Brown. Javon Holland with the interception, and the Giants, they've got some life.
A whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying to...
And now here's Scatterboo, and the running game is yet to get going. They stop him for a loss of a yard.
It's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few
Dart
times.
throws to the right. This one's complete by DeMarcus Crowder, but he's not going to like the result. A flag flies. This one's against the Giants.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw,
Dart, here comes the pressure, and the ball's on the ground. It's picked up by Philadelphia. Touchdown. Ty Robinson with the fumble recovery.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Man, I could definitely say it has been a rough game. It has been a rough night for the Giants offensively.
Elliott now to add the extra point.
Yes, Jackson Dart may be a rookie, but it's been a rough night. It's been a rough night for him. And it's now 34-0, Philadelphia.
Always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
So now here comes Robinson, returning this one.
And he'll go down.
So right about the 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game?
First down. Here comes Scatterboo up the middle. And he's been trying to get going on the ground, but he was getting stuffed a lot. First down, Giants.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw now, Dart. Now he's going to step up and
Dart feeling the heat, and that one's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Dart over the middle. Here's Ryan Griffin. Picks up a gain of 7. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Giants.
Middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Dart on 3rd down as a penalty marker flies. This one's going to go against the Giants.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And the Giants are going for
They
it.
figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
And Dart's going to find DeMarcus Crowder wide open. First down, Giants to the 43.
First down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down, back to Scatterboo up the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30 to the 29.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Dart going to look to throw here.
Dart over the middle. Here's Malik Neighbors making the catch, and he's inside the 20 to the 19.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning...
First down. Here's Scatterboo again. And he's taken down to the 10-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Here is Tracy Jr. And he's taken down at the 9. And it's now 1st and goal for Philly.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
You could just hear a pin drop right now in this stadium. Here's Scatterboo once more. A 4-yard pickup to the 5.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. They give to Scatterboo, and he fights his way in for a Giant touchdown.
Cam Scatterboo, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
You know, the worst case scenario for any team is to be shut out at home. We've already seen one team get shut out at home already, and that was Carolina Panthers, but the Giants, they avoided it, so hats off to them. They avoid that. Now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. They want to cut into the lead a bit more, and here's Scatterboo again, and he converts. So the Giants get the 2-point try.
And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
So the Eagles still lead is 34-8. So Cam Scatterboo, he gets the touchdown run. Now he gets the reception to get 2 more points. But the Giants still trail big time. So here is Gano to kick this one away. And here comes Hernandez. And the tackle's going to be made at the 25.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score.
First down. Here is Hernandez as the Eagles take over their next possession, a gain of 3.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Second and 7. They give it to Barkley. Picks up a gain of 3 to the 31.
You certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Brown the motion man right.
Hurts.
3rd and 4, and Hurts finds the open man. It's Brian Hernandez. And he's taken down to the 42. And a first down for Philly.
The partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th.
First down. Here comes Barkley. Picks up a gain of 6 to the 48-yard line.
6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. In motion goes the tight end.
2nd and 4 from the 48.
Down, here's
They give to Barkley, running up the middle, and he will get first down yardage to the 48.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
First down, another run. This time Hernandez has it. Picks up a gain of 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
No touch that. On anyone. No touch.
2nd and 3. Here comes Barkley. And he stopped immediately down at the 41.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
No touch.
3rd and 2. They give to Hernandez. He broke off a tackle, and he gets a first down to the 36.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
No touch that.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
First down. Here's a touch pass. Devontae Smith.
Call it
A gain of 4, maybe 5.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 6. Back to Hernandez for a gain of about 5.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
So
3rd and a yard.
Here to pick up the first down.
Great. Set. No touch.
3rd and 1. And Hernandez, did he get there? No, he did not.
Stepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short.
4th and 1, and Jalen Hurts with a QB sneak for a first down.
Licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, another run by Hernandez. But he's going to walk backwards. A 2-yard loss that time.
The 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hurts
He's going to do it himself.
with good protection, and he's going to throw it away.
He'll throw that one away.
He felt the pressure coming.
For his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again.
3rd and 12.
Retreat, and he's got to throw this ball away.
Great. Set. No touch.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Hurts, the fake, fires, and this one's caught by C.J. Wright. But he is not going to like the result as a penalty flag flies. This one goes on Philly.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now on 3rd and long.
Hurts on 3rd down. Here's a completion to Hernandez. And he's got room. Hernandez inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
As they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and goal from the 7.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be tackled at the 5.
May start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at the 6-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3rd and goal as they look to
3rd and goal.
in the wound. Now back to throw.
Hurts fires quickly. This one's complete by Hernandez, but he is going to be stopped backwards,
To the 7.
losing yardage to the 7.
And that's going to make it 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion, and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it.
So now here's Jake Elliott for the field goal.
That blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
In the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. But were they aggressive on
And
that?
Elliott splits the upright, and the Eagles extend their lead even further. It's now Eagles 37 and the Giants 8.
At the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even starting to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And now here's Elliott to kick this one away. And now here comes Robinson.
And he'll take it up
And the
past
tackle's going to be
25,
made at the
26
26.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Looking to put a drive together.
First down for the Giants. Here comes Scatterboo. A gain of 10 that time. Brings up 2nd and inches.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Dart throws, and this one's complete by Ryan Griffin. And he's taken down to the 45, as that will do it for the 3rd quarter. The defending champs are 15 minutes away from a 5-1 start to their season.
And it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
All right, 4th quarter action, ready to get started. You could just hear a pin drop in this stadium. The Giants, they're down 37-8. They are just 15 minutes away from a 0-6 start. They're gonna need something here. As Jackson Dart goes down by Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You
Yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
2nd and 18.
Now a run here off the RPO.
Dart looking, and he's gonna go down again.
Down once more. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points.
Dart looking again, and he goes down again.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That's
Man.
the latest example. Down by a boatload. This
So the Giants are gonna punt it away, back to Philly.
I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head
It's
back
been a
on the
rough
field.
night for the
Not
Giants.
that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch, and what some coaches do is they try and meet it.
First down. Here's Saquon Barkley for a gain of about 3 to the 12-yard line.
I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Man, when I tell you tonight was a very rough night for the Giants. I mean, they could not get anything to go offensively, passing-wise. Running game, they did okay, but the defense for the Giants, like I said, they haven't had a good season yet, but it was so many opportunities where they did not have to be in this position, trailing by this many points. With all the turnovers and everything, a 6-yard gain there by Hernandez as he took it on the ground. 3rd and 1.
Back in training camp, they knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep
3rd and 1, and Saquon Barkley breaks a tackle. He picks up a first down anyway to the 30. They don't call you the defending champs for no reason. When you come out on the road in hostile territory in prime time and put on a performance like this, you definitely did something right. And now here's Hernandez on the counter. Picks up a gain of a yard.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
2nd and 9. Outside run. Hernandez picks up 8.
Trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 1. They give to Barkley, and Barkley picks up a first down to the 48. This running game by the Eagles.
Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys,
Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
This running game by the Eagles is something special to watch. Having Brian Hernandez and Saquon Barkley run at the exact time, but on different plays, it's been working. But Barkley there gets tackled behind the line, a loss of 2.
That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12, and Hernandez with open room. There goes Hernandez. Inside the 20 to the 17.
Crosses over out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
See, the Eagles managed to see if Saquon couldn't do it, they could always have another option.
A first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now here's Barkley. Barkley breaking through tackles, picks up a gain of 9.
On first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
No touch that. No touch.
2nd and 1. Back to Barkley. And he's got a first down to the 6.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
1st and goal from the 6. The Eagles looking to add another touchdown on the board. They give to Hernandez. A gain of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run response.
2nd and goal. Here's Hernandez to the outside. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
When I tell you this Eagles running attack with Saquon Barkley and Brian Hernandez both running the ball, if you allow Saquon Barkley and Brian Hernandez to both put up 100 yards rushing, then there's no way you win the game, and that puts you in trouble. And the Giants are feeling it. Extra point here by Elliott, and it is good as the route continues.
So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
So Jake Elliott on to kick this one away for the Eagles.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes Tracy Jr.
And not much
And he's tackled at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
First down as the Giants start their next possession. The ball's on the ground, but the Giants were able to pick it up. Man, that would have been bad. But a penalty flag was against the Giants anyway, so it pushes them back some yardage.
Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
Dart looking, and Dart goes down. Another quarterback sack. Jordan Davis gets there for the sack. Man, I'm telling you, it has been a rough game for the Giants here at home.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing his Dart.
Dart over the middle. Here's C.J. Miller making the catch.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense.
And it's now 3rd and 8.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. The Giants on 3rd down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far.
Dart over the middle, and nice hit to force the incompletion as the struggles continue.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Dart throws to the left. This one's complete. It's DeMarcus Crowder with a penalty flag down.
And this looks like it's going to be holding.
And this one's going to be against the Giants.
Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them.
So this one sent away. Another impressive punt. So the Eagles offense will take back over.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the #1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created.
First down, Hernandez. And look at the Giants defense. They were ready for that one. They were ready for that run play on first down. 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. They give to Barkley. And he gets blown up.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line.
I think it might be time to move to a
A
different
loss of
section
2
of the
yards.
field there
3rd and
because
14.
back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
3rd and 14. They give to Barkley. And they're going to stop him.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now.
So Braden Mann will punt.
So he's on to punt it away.
Not sure if that's only the first or second punt for the Eagles in this game.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants.
So the Giants take over.
For them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Dart throws, and here's Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors taking it down to the 48-yard line.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp.
Dart hit as he throws, incomplete.
Make this thing not just a little bit better.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. To the air, Dart.
Dart looking around. Here comes the pressure. They bring him down for the 10th time in this game.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
And Dart looks to throw on 3rd down as another hit forces the incompletion.
If he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, one once again. Hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 4th down, honors the punt team.
So Jamie Gillen sends it to the sky. And no return here. They're going to down it at the 2-yard line.
Inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this one is going pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
First down. They're going to start on the ground with Hernandez. And Hernandez breaks the tackle and is down at the 27.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the
first down. Barkley's going to get a turn. But he's going to be tackled behind the line. A 1-yard loss.
Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11. They give it back to Barkley for just a 2-yard pickup.
First down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Hurts has all day. He's going to take off. And he did not get there. They stopped him. And it's 4th and inches, and the Eagles are going to go for it. They're going to go for it immediately. And Hernandez picks up a first down.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards.
Another run by Hernandez.
We only needed inches.
Picks up 5.
His way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yards.
2nd and 5. Outside run. Hernandez breaking tackles. And he manages to pick up 4 on that one.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations.
3rd and 1. They give to Barkley, and there goes Saquon spinning away. There goes Saquon Barkley down to the 5-yard line. Saquon Barkley, how about it?
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage.
1st and goal. They give to Hernandez. Breaks a tackle. Takes it in. Touchdown Philadelphia.
A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
It is very clear that the New York Giants defense is going to have a lot of work to do the rest of this series because the Eagles have now put up 50 points against this Giants team. Who would have thought that? Extra point is good as the route continues. They went 98 yards down the field. And it was nothing but runs the entire drive.
after the touchdown.
So it's now
Here's Elliott
Eagles
on to kick it
51 and the Giants 8. It's been a rout all night. And honestly, this is the type of game that the Giants are going to have to forget because this game just was not theirs.
Hope that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side.
Dart over the middle. Here is C.J. Miller for a 7-yard reception to the 30.
I believe his first catch of the game defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it.
Dart throws again. Here's DeMarcus Crowder. And he's down at the 47-yard line.
17 yards and a Giant first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing his Dart.
Dart looking, and the pressure is going to get there again. Another sack.
Nolan Smith, his second sack of the night.
Talk about two sides of the ball and cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Looking to throw, Dart.
Dart throws for Neighbors, and he makes the catch. However, he's not going to like the result. A flag on the Giants.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Dart, and he's going to take off this time. And he's going to slide down to the 41.
It'll still be third and long.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape,
3rd and
he can
16.
hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Out of the gun, here's Dart.
Dart, here as he throws, and here's Malik Neighbors making the catch. He was wide open, and he's got a first down to the 31.
That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Dart.
Dart throws here as a penalty marker flies. Here's Miller.
And inside the 20 before he's brought
But
down.
he's not going to like the result as a flag is against the Giants.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
I mean, Jackson Dart, he's been getting sacked a lot tonight, and it has not been pretty.
Here's Dart.
Dart throws to Cam Scattaboo. He makes the catch. A gain of 6.
And that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every
So 2nd and 14 coming up. But we have now reached the 2-minute mark here in this one. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are 2 minutes away from winning.
nice play for the offense.
They have dominated the entire ball game. I mean, not even making it close.
Throwing, Dart.
Dart looking, and another quarterback sack. The 12th in the game. Zach Bond joins in on the sack party.
Loss of a full 10 yards.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Now he'll tuck this in.
Dart trying to scramble, and another quarterback sack. Zach Bond, back-to-back plays, gets back-to-back sacks.
Want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
unbelievable. The Philadelphia Eagles.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
They came into this game knowing that they were on that winning streak. They did not want that winning streak to end tonight. And they made sure of it.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
So Jalen Hurts and company, they're just gonna go down to a knee. I mean, they're just thinking to themselves, why even run another play? They've got this one in hand, so they're just gonna go ahead and just take knees, because they've got this one in the win column already. Man, talk about a dominating performance all night long for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, what a performance. What a performance by the defending champs, coming into MetLife Stadium and absolutely destroying the New York Giants in front of their home crowd. As we begin week 6 of action, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to improve to now 5-1 with this victory. And unfortunately for the New York Giants, it is now their 6th loss to start the season. And this game right here was a very rough game for Jackson Dart especially. 4 interceptions, no touchdown passes. Now, Cam Scatterboo did have the only touchdown for the Giants, but it was a complete beatdown. 51-8 is the final score. The defending champs winning.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Eagles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Man, honestly, I have no words on what to just say about that performance. The Philadelphia Eagles literally just dominated their division opponent like it was nobody's business. But like I said, it was a complete beatdown in this one. 51-8 was the final score. The Eagles, once they took that lead, they never looked back. They never allowed the Giants to get back into the game at all. I mean, look at the time of possession. That's what led Philly to the W. 41 minutes of time of possession, and the Giants only had 18. That just shows you how much the Eagles were keeping their offense on the field and keeping the Giants' offense off the field. That literally explains all of it. That literally explains all of it. The turnovers. They forced five of those turnovers, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble. It was just a complete dominating performance all the way around for the Eagles. As we take a look at the stats, as I mentioned, Jackson Dart had a very rough game. 4 interceptions thrown, no touchdown passes. Jalen Hurts had a good game, 2 touchdowns. Yes, he had that one bad interception, but his team was able to get the victory because of this. If you allow Brian Hernandez and Saquon Barkley to run for literally a combined 380 yards combined between those two. If you allow that, there's no way that you can beat the Eagles. There's no way. It's just impossible. If you allow Saquon Barkley and Brian Hernandez to both just run their hearts out of the field, there's no way that you win. Now, Cam Scattervoo had 86 yards and a touchdown, but it just wasn't enough. And last but not least, here are the receiving yardage for that game. And yeah, like I said, the Giants, they just didn't have it tonight. They just didn't have it. And now they sit at a 0-6 record to start their season, while the reigning champs, the defending champs, improved to 5-1 with this victory to kick off week number 6. And with that being said, that's gonna do it for another episode of this Madden series here on Madden 26. If you guys enjoy this Thursday night prime time game, be sure to drop a like on this episode right here and subscribe to the channel if you are new, if you are ready for some more Madden football. And until next time, players, it's your boy Desmond Sharp, aka Sharp Blaze. We will see you guys in the next episode as week 6 continues around the league, but we will be getting set for the next international game. The Denver Broncos at 1-4. They literally have their toughest test yet, taking on D Sharp and the New York Jets, who go into that game unbeaten at a 5-0 record.